Evening, everybody. It's about 6:30 uh, in the evening on October. Don't want to rush it. October the 7th, and this is your closing comment, and it is video number 969. And I remind you to please hit that subscribe and like us. It's very supportive of our work. So I'm going to go a little off format tonight because I have a couple of questions, and they're really pretty simple. The question is, are we really back to where we were pre-pandemic, or in fact, even further along on the positive side? Because the market says we are. And frankly, I don't see it. I know we have all these great reopening trades, and I can understand that. When you shut down an economy, everything that happens when you reopen is a major positive. But is it really back to this much better than pre-pandemic? The other thing that I am asking tonight is, are there no consequences for what has gone on? I mean, have they rewritten the laws of what happens with inflation, or what happens when we have the kind of fiscal and monetary expansion that we have? Because it seems like that's the case. I don't get it. I don't get how historically we are generating some really big problems down the line. And frankly, nobody seems to care. Nobody believes it. And, we'll just go back to two things, two cliches. And cliches are cliches because they prove themselves true. The first one is that the market can remain irrational longer than I can remain solvent. And that is clearly the problem of stepping in front of a market like this and saying that it shouldn't be here. I'm not saying it shouldn't be here, I'm just saying it is a little excessive. And frankly, historically, it's way overdone. And that really is kind of important. And frankly, I really am certain that the rules that govern inflation have not been repealed. So I'm skeptical, I'm concerned. We look at things in much shorter term. Times are dramatically compressed. We see things happening dramatically faster than they ever did. And, that's just what I'm seeing. In any event, the market opened up about 300 this morning, got up to about up almost double that, and then came back down. So basically, based on the good claims numbers, we opened up the 300, and at the end of the day, hadn't really made any progress beyond that. The internals were a little better, 2.2 to 1 on the NYSE. However, volume was down about 10%. Rising prices, declining volume, not generally thought of as good. Over on the NASDAQ, we were up 152, or a little over 1%. And frankly, over there, internals were a little better. Although volume was down, advanced declines were 2.6 to 1. So pretty healthy. And I'm not saying that the market shouldn't have days like this, but we have had kind of a rounding top. And frankly, I don't want to call it a bear market, but when the market breaks, it very often has these, excuse me, these kind of really violent rallies. The big winner for the day was the Russell, up 35.14, which was 1.6%, and the lowly transportations were actually down on the day. Okay, the chart on the screen is crude oil, and this morning I pointed out that it was right back into support, and of course it actually closed up on the day and is higher tonight. So this close the day before yesterday was 78.93. Right now we're trading 78.81 with a high for tonight of 78.93. So we'll have to see whether we extend up after that. And everybody has all of a sudden started to hate the nat gas. Putin coming out and saying, oh, yeah, there won't be a problem in Eastern Europe. Of course, he didn't quote a price, but same situation. Came back down, last consolidation, hit exactly on the 20-day moving average and closed up on the day ever so slightly. And tonight is about a dime higher. The gold, same kind of situation, except that today was an inside day. I've pointed out that we've been down in the morning and up in the afternoon. We didn't quite make it to up on the day, but we did close halfway up on the range. And because of that, if we go up tomorrow, we will take the 5-day through the 20-day back to the upside, which would be big positive. Bitcoin finally had a down day, down 1,230. But it too has had a monster of a run. The dollar was down a little and the bonds were down a point. So there we have it. Tomorrow we have the big jobs number. We also have wholesale inventory. So we'll see how the market reacts to both of those numbers. In any event, have a good evening. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll be back in the morning.